Alright guys, before we start cutting, I wanted to give you a quick little tutorial on how to flip the Lush here. It's a little bit, I don't want to say finicky, because once you get it down, it's really good. But it took me a little while of messing around with it to really get it to where I was really satisfied with the action. At first I thought the detent was too weak. I tried bending in the lock bar and I made it stronger, and that wasn't the right thing to do. It made most of the deployments too difficult. The reverse flick was good, but everything else was not good. So I bent it back to its original position and messed around with it some more, and now I got it and it's perfect. So check this out. It's a medium strength detent on the lighter side, and that's because we have this top/front flipper. Now there's a lot of ways you can use this thing. You can use it as a front flipper, where you kind of put your thumb like you would on a normal front flipper, kind of on this surface here, the very top, and it flicks just like a regular front flipper would. Very well, in fact. Or you can put your thumb up here. Now, doing it this way, you don't want to be towards the back up here. It'll work, but it works much better if you're kind of up here towards the front of the flat spot. That works very nicely. And again, it might take a little bit of getting used to, but I just want you guys to know that you will get it. Now you can also go over the top here, and this is cool because usually if I'm going over the top on knives, I kind of have to hold it like this, right? With this, the way that this flipper tab is angled, you can kind of just hold it like this, like just way back in your hand, and just pop it. It's very cool. Now the reverse flick, you can fail it. In fact, yeah, I mean, you can fail it, but you just give it any amount of effort and it pops right out. You kind of want to build up the pressure and just bang, bang. It's good, man. It's good. It's very, very fidgety. All the deployments are just easy, very easy to do when you get it. And that's why a stronger detent wouldn't have worked. You would have been struggling with this one, with this one. It would have been hurting your fingers, but this is just really perfect. So it's growing on me minute by minute as I play with it. And I just finished the cutting and it did really well. So without further ado, let's get into the cutting. And yeah, let's do it. Okie dokie, here we go. The Lush S90V blade steel here, folks. The factory edge wasn't great. I stropped it up as best I could, and it's pretty sharp now. But not quite as sharp as I would like it to be. I probably will put an edge on this by myself. I don't know why I said it like that. I'll put an edge on this, but it'll be, it's sharp enough to do the testing here. But with a nice sharp edge, it would have done even better. Regular thickness cardboard. I actually ran out of double thickness stuff, so we're just doing single today. But we'll add in something later in the video to make up for it. It's really, really slicing through this without any issue whatsoever. Very, very slicing. Very slicing. Don't notice any hot spots yet. Let's see if we can simulate some double thickness stuff here. Yeah, no problem. The measurement behind the edge is around 12 thousandths until you get about a ½ inch from the tip. And then it goes up to like 15, 16 thousandths up there. So really nice. Very nice and thin. Great hollow grind. Utility cutting. We got a little bit of Vox style jimping up there on the spine. So get a little more traction if you're putting your index finger up there like that. This is doing very well at utility cutting, as we all expected. It's a sheep's foot design. So nice low tip. Very easy to do this kind of cuts. Let's try some turns. Yeah, nice and clean. That extra little patch of jimping up there, it feels good. You know, it doesn't do a whole lot, but it definitely does provide a little bit of extra traction. And I just like it. I don't know why some knife designers are so stingy with the jimping. They're like, it can only extend a ½ inch from where your thumb is going to sit. And, you know, end up only half of your thumb is actually on the jimping. So I don't know. I say more jimping. If you're going to do it, put more. Or just don't put any. Now, cutting up the leather glove here. That was a very thick section of the glove with all the fingers. And it did really well. Very nice, clean cuts. A couple more on this little fingy here. Oh, yeah. Okay, what's next? Cecil Romp. Not the ideal blade shape for this kind of cutting. I'm hanging my knuckles off the edge of the board here. Because if I didn't, they would have been hitting the cutting board. This is the kind of cutting that a little bit of belly really helps out with. But it's doing fairly decently. It's not doing amazingly. I think that has to do with probably the sharpness. If it was, you know, had a better factory grind, it probably would have done much better there. Some thick rubber tubing. And it's cold this morning. This thing is like a rock. Yeah, it did okay. Let's try another one with piercing the tip into it. That's kind of the thing with sheep's foots, is there's not really much of a tip or a point to the tip, which in a lot of cases is a good thing. But in this kind of, you know, when you want to pierce into something, you know, it's not ideal. But I hardly ever do that kind of cutting anyways. There we go. What do we got next? I believe it is the strap time. Is it? Yeah. It's taking me so long. There we go. Strap time. The 2-inch heavy-duty strap material. Some people call it webbing. I don't know why. Let's see how far we get. Yeah, farther than I thought. About halfway there. Let's try one more. Little over halfway there. Nice. Very, very nice. That makes me think maybe if this had a real nice, fresh, very sharp edge, I wonder if it would go all the way. It's possible. And since we didn't do the double wall or the double thickness cardboard, let's cut up this fire hose as a little bonus. And this S90V, if it's done well, should be able to handle this no problem. As far as keeping its edge. And there we go, cutting up little sections here. There you go. It's cut up. And I believe that will conclude the cut testing. Let's see how our edge has lasted. If this is good S90V, it'll nicely cut paper. And there we go. It's definitely a rougher cut than than before we started. There's one little snaggy spot, but yeah, really, actually, very easily cutting paper. So there you go. Just judging by my little test here, this S90V seems to be pretty good. Lockup is still solid. Also, let's give it a quick strop. See if we can get that little hang up spot out of there. Very easy knife to strap because there's no belly, just a nice straight edge. Nothing to worry about. And there we go. No snags, nice and clean. Very good. Awesome. I'll be looking forward to continuing to use this and seeing how the S90V feels and keeps an edge after more extended use. But so far so good. I really don't have any complaints about the knife so far. Didn't notice any major hot spots. The sharpening choil is actually done well. S90V seems good. The action's great once you get the hang of it. It's a great price. $200? Are you kidding me? And you can use my code DOODYTPK. One word. DOODYTPK. And that'll get you $5 off one of these puppies. Go get one. At least go look at them. Link will be in the description. Love you guys. See you next time.